Hey guys, I'm Eric Ani from mechanicalhub.com. Welcome to my shop. Today we're going to talk about PEX plumbing. Actually, we're going to get a little kinky. Oh crap, what happens when you do that to your PEX? Is it any good? Can it be repaired? Or do we got to get rid of it? Stay tuned. A lot of times throughout my career working with PEX, I've created a kink in it, and depending on the type of tubing you're working with, this happens to be type A, and that's what we're going to focus on in this video, PEX A, not B or C, but PEX A. You can actually repair it without the additional use of fittings. So it's not 100% necessary in all cases to cut this part of the kinked tubing out. We can fix that with a heat gun. This is a official repair process. This tubing I'm holding in my hand here, both pieces came off the same roll. It's from Uponor. I've got a PEX B tubing here. This is a Viga PEX. They don't make it in black anymore, but I've still got plenty of it around here, so grab a scrap of that. And this is by SharkBite, also PEX A, happens to be blue in color. And a piece of 3/4 inch in PEX A. Let's just look at a couple different things. So PEX A is not a grade A, B, and C. I've explained this in multiple videos in the past. If you are not familiar with what PEX A, B, or C is, it's the A, B, and C is a designation on how this is extruded, cross-linked, and becomes the final product. Support this with both hands at that point, but then we're gonna watch it cool down. It'll come back into this color grade here, and we will have then repaired a spot. So why do we want it to be kinked? Well, it causes turbulence and interruption of flow in the tubing, of course. So we don't want that. That's gonna create head pressure, which is gonna affect the flow rate, velocity, gallons per minute, things like that. So let's get into it. It's enough about that. All right, it is a kind of a slow process, like I said, with this particular heat gun. I'm just gonna heat it evenly. I'm gonna try not to touch the hot metal tip of the heat gun to the tubing. I guess for this demonstration, it's not the end of the world if I do that, but if I'm gonna be putting this pipe into service and have, you know, elevated pressures running through it, I don't wanna damage the pipe with the hot surface of that heat gun. We will be speeding up this video because it takes a little while, a couple minutes or so, to get it hot enough. And I'm just evenly heating all the way around. As you can see, I'm going around the pipe as much as I can. If this were installed in place, it would be much harder to do that. I'd be maneuvering the heat gun instead of maneuvering the tubing. A couple things about this heat gun, all right? Useful. Not the most powerful thing in the world, but I'm glad I have it. I keep it on the van all the time. I've found more and more uses for it than I ever thought I would. I can see that it's starting to get a little more flexible where the heat is being applied. So I want to kind of position the tubing a little bit so I'm not going to allow it to like fold over on itself. All right, so now we're seeing the color start to pull away a little bit. That means we're just about there. Okay, our kink is now pulled almost 100% out. I'm gonna concentrate a little more of the heat right where the kink is. All right, there we go, guys. All right, so we've got the color pulled back and basically disappears completely where that highest level of heat was concentrated. We're gonna see that kind of turn opaque again as it cools down. I'm not gonna move the tubing right now. I could create further damage if I were to bend it right now.